It's another Saturday, and you know what we are about to have. We're going to have a recipe. So today I want to take us back to this snack. If you know this snack, drop it in the comment section. It's a snack made out of boiled cassava and coconut. I have not set my eyes on this for more than 15 years. I remember having this as a snack when I was younger, but for some reason they used to sell it, like people used to walk on the road selling it, but for some reason I haven't found it, and so I decided to make it. I'm going to explain the entire process and then allow you guys to watch. Okay, now before I continue, what do you call this in your environment? Because I've seen that there's so many different names to this, but I'd like to know what you call it wherever you're watching this video from. So the first thing is you want to get your cassava. Ensure that it's soft cassava. Ensure that the cassava was harvested on that same day, okay, that is fresh, it's just coming from the farm, okay. And then you peel it. Ensure that you take out, you could have seen me do that when I was peeling the cassava. I took out every bad part, every part that looks a little brown. Peel it well, then you put water on the fire, wash the cassava thoroughly, and put your cassava inside the boiled water, and then you're going to allow it to cook. I cooked it for a total of 12 minutes. After the first 5 minutes, I came to check it. I took a spoon, I lifted up my cassava, and you can see that the outer part of the cassava is looking like cream white and the inner part is still white. So the goal is to boil till you get to a point where all of the cassava is looking cream white, including the inner part. So after checking, I realized that it wasn't time to take it out yet. I covered my pot again and allowed it to cook for another 7 minutes. That's after the first 5 minutes. So this cooked for a total of 12 minutes. I came back and I took it out. Now, you don't want your cassava to get soft. You want your cassava to just be half cooked. It shouldn't get soft and soggy. If not, you're not going to be able to slice it into the sizes that you want it to be, okay, and it's not going to give the snack that we are trying to make. So you want to put your cassava under running water. Ensure that the cooking process stops, or you just want to dip it in cold water, okay, and ensure that the cooking process stops. Once your cassava is cold, that you can handle with your hands, you go in with your knife and you start cutting. Now, people have different ways that they cut this, but how I grew up seeing it being cut is in long, not very tiny, long strips, okay. Yeah, just keep watching and you see exactly how I'm going to cut it. Another thing you want to ensure to do is that you do not consume the middle part of your cassava. I just took this one out. You're going to see me do that again, so just continue watching the video. So you remember that at the beginning of the video when we're boiling, I said you don't want your cassava to get too soft. So this is an example of what I meant. You could see that there was one particular cassava that actually got soft. It got really soft and it started cracking. So you can see that there's no way for you to cut it in strips. So I'm showing you what your cassava would feel like if it didn't get very soft. You would actually, it will not easily break, okay? But with this one, you can't even do that. You just touch it with your fingers and it starts to mash up like it's really soft, okay? So you want to take note of that. Then when you're done cutting your cassava into strips, you want to put it in water. Okay, you're going to put it in water. You guys, once I cut my cassava up in these long strips, it reminded me so much. Seeing it in water, I can actually, it takes me back, because they always put it in water and you're just picking up the cassava strips from water and eating with coconut. So this is the next day, you steep it in water. This is the next day. You can see how the water looks a little bit cloudy. You're just going to wash it and wash it and wash it a good number of times, about 5-6 times. I washed mine until you have clear water. Okay, and then you're going to pour it back into the bowl and leave it in some fresh water, and you eat it from the water until it's finished. It will stay in water. That's how to just keep it. Okay, so I think you can have it there for like maybe 1-2 days and just keep eating it, but all this is going to finish today because it's really small. So yeah, and I wouldn't advise you to make it and keep it for long. I don't know, but you know, some things, this somebody might tell you that no, instead when you keep it in water for like 10 days, that's when it's best. But no, it's going to finish today. So you see me, I'm rubbing the cassava strips. I'm just washing it until it's a little bit slimy when you leave it in water till the next day. So you just want to wash it out until you don't feel like a fermented kind of raw taste in your mouth. When you taste it and you know that it's clean, and then you're just going to run it through a sieve again, and then we have our cassava strips and coconut. Tell me what they call this in your area. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.